What's happening, Wisdom Warriors of Light? Back at it for another video. How y'all doing, man? Happy freaking Friday. Who's ready for deep dive with wisdom? I'm kind of finally feeling better today. I have had a super rough week, to say the least, as you might have seen in some of the videos that I posted. It's been extremely intense since the eclipse on the 14th, and I've been definitely going through a lot with the light language classes and the things and emotions that have been arising, and it definitely has not been easy, to say the least. I started questioning why I even came down here and incarnated at this time. It's just not been easy. I'm sure a lot of you have maybe similar experiences. I've been feeling like stomach off, just feeling off in general. And I also noticed the sun is definitely different. It's changed. It's like white. It's got this white color emanating off of it. And but also I want to just remind you all, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, comment, share, like. I love reading your comments. I'm grateful and thankful for each and every one of you, new subscribers, old subscribers, OGs, whatever you want to call it. Thank you. We're growing the channel. It's taking time, but it will grow. And the message will get to whoever needs it. So I am deeply thankful for each and every one of you, deeply grateful. And yeah, let's get into the video, because I want to kind of talk about meditation. And if you're not really familiar, or you don't know how to do it, or you struggle with meditating, and you don't really know how to start or where to start, I want to hopefully help you in this video, because I have a really interesting and cool technique you can try and do that may help you. And yeah, I mean, let's get into that. And again, this is Deep Dive with Wisdom, and yeah, we're bringing some wisdom through, and I hope you get something out of this. I hope that it helps you in some way. Maybe if you already are meditating, maybe this can help you deepen your practice. But what I suggest you try, if you have difficulty focusing, or for long periods of time, or you struggle with just focus, a good way to start meditating would be to envision some kind of object. Like, a good example would be like a flame, like a candle flame, or an apple, or an orange. And I'm sure you've lit a candle before, or you've seen a candle lit, or you've eaten an apple or an orange or even a banana. It doesn't really matter. Something that you really resonate with, an object that you can envision when you close your eyes. That is the key factor. So even if it's a red cardinal, bird, or like a fairy, or something like you resonate with. It could be anything. It could be like something from, a comic book or whatever. It doesn't matter. Something that what it looks like, and when you close your eyes, you can envision seeing that object or that thing. So as I said, if let's use an apple, for example, and I'll show an apple up on the screen, and you will and you envision that apple. So you close your eyes and you picture an apple sitting like you holding your hand like this, and the apple sitting on top of it. So just you don't even have to imagine the whole hand. You just imagine the apple, because as I said, I'm sure 99.9% of you out there have eaten an apple or seen an apple somewhere. And so I think that would be like the most common thing you could picture in your mind. So as I said, what you do is close your eyes and picture that apple. Or like I said, a candle burning and the flame just moving and just not even moving, just sitting there like a flame on a candle lit. So you close your eyes and just picture that apple and focus on that apple. And what I suggest you do is, like, if you have difficulty focusing, start with like a minute. Set your timer on your phone to 1 minute and just focus. If thoughts come in, let them come in, but continue to focus on the apple, on picturing that apple in your mind's eye, in your third eye, and just in your mind. Just continue to picture that apple. Don't stop, and if you do, that's okay. Have compassion for yourself. If you go 10 seconds and boom, all of a sudden something else switches and you start envisioning you sitting on a beach, that's okay. Celebrate the fact that you did 10 seconds or 20 seconds. So like I said, start with like a minute and see how far you get. Some people just get 10 seconds or 20 seconds, but the more you do it each and every day, the more you're going to be able to focus and hold that focus. It works with anything you do. I don't care if you're lifting weights, I don't care if you're jogging or running. It all is the same thing, that it takes, where you have to build up the wherewithal or the ability to focus more, because we're distracted so much with technology and smartphones and the internet and so many things going on, and multitasking. Like, everybody talks about, oh yeah, I'm so good at multitasking. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's a good thing, to be honest. I feel like that makes you more scattered, and that also, I would venture to say that it's like ADHD, the more you are jumping around from thing to thing, the harder it's going to be for you to focus in a meditation session, And so, that's what they want us to do, be so scatterbrained all over the place that we can't even focus for 30 seconds on something, or a conversation with somebody, So let's just start with this. And I would love after you try this for you to drop it in the comments and talk about your experience. And if it helped you, how it helped you, if you were able to build up to from 10 seconds to 20 to 30 to a minute. After you do a minute, I would then try 2 minutes, and keep going up, but I would stay on one of them for a little while, just so you can build up that tolerance, that discipline, that mental discipline to focus on that. And make sure that when you're doing it, that entire minute, that you don't go to the next level until you fully focused on that apple or that candle burning. Until you fully focused on it, where nothing jumped and switched, like you didn't lose focus and start focusing on a tree, or your dog, or your thoughts went to what you're going to do later in the day, or what you're going to have for dinner. If any of that came into your mind and took away your focus on the candle or that apple or whatever you chose to vision, then you don't go to the next level. You continue on that same trajectory of that same thing and just then, okay, so backtracking a little bit, let's say you only made it to 20 seconds. Then now just work on 20 seconds for a few days until you mastered that 20 seconds. When you mastered that 20 seconds, then jump up to 1 minute and see how far you get from 20 to 1 minute. And just play like that. And if you have any questions, my email, my Discord, my Telegram, I think Telegram is in the description of the video. Reach out, ask me questions in the comments. I love to answer them. I love to hear your stories and your experience, because you're helping others, and we're helping to change ourselves and change the world, and heal ourselves and heal the world. So if I can help you to find ways to improve your meditation practice, then I'm all for it, man. So try this, see how it works for you. I think that it's going to help a lot of you. if you aren't already meditating, this is a really good way to start. This is a really good place to start. And then you could keep increasing your meditation longer and longer. And then to the point, what'll happen is, so, you know, basically what you want to do is, you know, keep moving up and leveling up in, you know, the time that you're focusing. But just like I said, even if it's 1 second and you were able to focus on that apple or that candle for 1 second, it's a positive, it's an improvement, it's a start. And you just keep doing that every single day, and lo and behold, you will start being able to focus more on things. And then eventually what will happen is you'll be able to just sit in silence, and you won't have to focus on anything, and your things will just come up, and you'll get downloads and connecting to your spirit guides and your angels and the elementals, and, you know, like fairies, and, you know, and dragons and mermaids and gnomes and, you know, hummingbirds. You'll be able to speak to these things and focus and receive guidance from your higher self, and everything there'll be much more clarity. You'll get much more clarity and much more information. So I really urge you to start this practice. If you aren't already meditating, this is a great place to start. And you don't have to do an apple, you don't have to do a candle with a flame. Do something that you resonate with. Do something that you can close your eyes and picture in your mind very clearly. So whatever that is, if it's you on an ocean, on the beach, if it's a piece of food that you love, like a piece of chocolate, whatever the case may be, do with whatever you can focus the most on. And you feel like that will give you more incentive to sit there and envision that. The more you do that, the better off you're going to be. And like I said, start with, you know, 1 minute, and see how much of that 1 minute you get. You know, whether it be 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 1 second, whatever it is, wherever you stop at, do that again for a few days till you feel like you're ready to go to the next. So like I said, if you get to 20 seconds and boom, you start thinking about the dinner you're going to be eating, you know, and that starts coming into, like, you're picturing that, and you're losing focus on the apple or the candle or whatever you chose to look at or envision. Then stop at the 20 seconds and do 20 seconds for maybe a week until you feel like you've mastered that. And then set it to 1 minute again and see how far between 20 seconds and 1 minute you get. And then, you know, wherever you stop, start there and continue that process until you feel like you've mastered it and it's time for you to go to the next level. And then again, set it to 1 minute or 2 minutes or whatever the case may be. So, you know, that to me is the best thing for you to do. And start there. And then we'll talk about more advanced meditation practices in future videos. I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you can start meditating and, you know, clearing and healing your inner world. Maybe this will be your start. I would love to hear your journey as you progress. Drop it in the comments. Shoot me an email. There's many ways of contacting me on, it's in the description. I love you all, man. I hope you're taking care of yourself, man. These times are tough. They're intense with the eclipses and everything else. So please make sure you're resting, you're meditating, you're taking care of yourself. You're doing things that serve your highest good. I love you all, man. If you haven't already, please subscribe, share, comment, and like. Until then, again, take care of yourself. This has been another episode of Deep Dive with Wisdom. And until then, man, from my heart to yours, take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you in the next one. Until then, let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.